Welcome to Think Future. My name is Chris Kalaboukis, and once again we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. We're talking innovation startups, the future, not necessarily those and not necessarily in that order. If you're watching on YouTube, smack that subscribe button and hit that bell so you'll be notified when a new show comes online. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast service, please subscribe and please drop a note on Apple Podcasts. I greatly appreciate it. Now, I just came off watching a webinar on the future of commerce, the future of e-commerce, where retail is going. And I thought it was really interesting is that one of the things they were pushing was they were talking about the prevalence of live streaming in e-commerce, especially for the Zalpha. And I've never heard of the term Zalpha before, but apparently if you slap together Gen Z and Alpha, or there's Alpha's kids because Gen Zs are in their mid-20s now and they're starting to have children, you get Zalpha. So for the Zalpha generation, they are sensing, or they are very receptive to live streaming, live commerce. And I thought to myself, live commerce? What is that? It's just like everything old is new again. Are we talking about QVC for the internet? And yeah, that's basically what it is. You have these influencers on TikTok talking about their products and doing these limited drops that will allow them to create demand for these products that they're creating. And some of the drops are of brand new product, and some of the drops are of secondhand products because sustainability is a huge thing. So they're taking secondhand products, and remember I said in a previous show that we've already created more things on this planet than the weight of the planet itself. So people are interested in reusing and recycling and repurposing stuff that's already out there instead of creating new stuff. That's where commerce is. And commerce is becoming live. And I thought to myself, this really reminds me of something. And remember how I said before I was always right? I'm right again, folks. I wrote and I did a blog post and a video on something I talked about where the future lies when work is all live all the time. So live streaming, having somebody available and showing products in a live environment is going to become super important. The problem with live environment, live streaming, is that it's not very scalable. And one of the examples that they mentioned was of this guy who started off his ice cream business by slapping a camera on his forehead while he was working for Cold Stone Creamery and doing a very entertaining scooping and flinging and gaining an audience of 15 million viewers and then leveraging that audience to open up his own ice cream parlor. But the thing is that where is the sustainability in live commerce? You need to have a human being online all the time pitching. I'm telling you, it's QVC all over again. It's home shopping networks all over again, except on the internet. And it's all coming back again. And the thing is that how can you scale something like that? If you ask me, it's unscalable because you have one person, a human being. You always have to have a human being online pitching a product, doing something that might be interesting to the viewers. So how do we solve that problem? AI. We create synthetic avatars which are like human beings who pitch our products. And I asked somebody today in a meetup, I said, if you had a choice between a synthetic salesperson or a real salesperson coming up to you and helping you, pitching a product to you, who would you prefer? And some people said, I prefer the human. And some people said, I prefer the machine. And other people said, it depends on the context. If I would just want to get in and get out, maybe the machine would be better because they wouldn't try to upsell me. But maybe if I want some more information on a product, or maybe if I want a real human interaction, maybe I want that. So sales and commerce is not necessarily going to be live. It's not necessarily going to be AI, but maybe a little bit of both. And like I said before, maybe the solution is a combination. The solution is a combination of a human salesperson and an AI salesperson, maybe working together or spelling each other off so that the people who are who the human salesperson appeals to is one audience, and the synthetic salesperson appeals to a different audience. So maybe it's like visual, kinesthetic, auditory, is that some people would connect more with a human and other people would connect more with a machine. Maybe that's the environment that we're coming into now, is that maybe you should have a human sales associate and a synthetic sales associate. Maybe you need both in order to appeal to completely different demographics, people who love talking to machines and people who love talking to human beings. Maybe that is the solution for the future of any kind of sales interaction. We need both humans and machines talking to our customers and prospects, because some may prefer humans and some may prefer machines. So what does that tell you? It tells me that people still have jobs because there's still some people who prefer talking to humans. And I think they said that the number one reason why people don't want to talk to humans is that they might fear that the human has a hidden agenda, is trying to pitch me or trying to upsell me into something, whereas the machine just wants to provide me with information. Now that could be true, but there's no reason why you can't program a machine to try and upsell you as well. So the reality is that we are seeing a resurgence of live streaming as a compelling way to capture customers and pitch to them. The question is, how do we make that scalable? Is there a way to scale it without creating synthetic AI salespeople to pitch your products, because you know you're going to want to scale it? So what's the solution to that? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.